There's a small section between Copper and Vail that has a traction law, which means you have to have a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, which the van is not.
I have never done this with a truck and trailer. It's going to be an interesting test. I am a little nervous.
Just an hour and a half ago, it was snow-packed.
Riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights.
This is making really good time for Farnsworth. It's 10:18 and we are leaving Cherry Creek right now. We are waiting to see if the roads are going to clear up. So yesterday it snowed up in the mountains. Today it's bright and sunny all day long, but the high is only 28 up in Vail, which is the highest point. The Vail Pass is the highest point. So we're watching the roads, the weather alerts and everything, and the road conditions, and right now you can see cameras going all the way up I70. Right now it's showing dry, 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 and then it starts getting wet, 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 and then there's icy spots. But just an hour and a half ago it was snow-packed, so that's really good news. It's melting off. But there's a small section between Copper and Vail that has a traction law, which means you have to have a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, which the van is not. So if you get stuck, if you slip and you get stuck, then you get a huge fine, obviously, because it's the law. So we are having to make a decision now. We're gambling whether in 2 hours when we actually get there, when it will be high noon, if the traction law will be gone or not. It's a gamble. So we haven't decided yet whether we're going to go across I-70 or take a different route. And I really want to go across I-70 because I really wanted to go to Arches. And if we don't go that route, we probably won't see Arches, which is not the end of the world, but I think it's worth a shot.
Standing out here right across from the hospital where I used to work, actually. We are parked in a RTD, which is like the big Denver public transportation parking lot here for one of their railways. And then we are scooting up the I-70 corridor. I have never done this with a truck and trailer. I do believe that the Dodge can handle it. We're going to see. It's going to be an interesting test. I am a little nervous. The road should be clear enough for us. We've been watching the weather carefully. It's going to be interesting. We'll let you know how it goes. Good new tires, new brakes, all the maintenance, the EGR system is all done. We're fresh. Windy looks good. Tires are good. We're about as ready as we can be for this slog.
Here we go. We're trying it. We're doing it, because what's the worst that can happen? We have to turn around and come back, right? We're doing it. Here we go. We just passed a chain law for commercial vehicles. We are not commercial vehicles. The roads look okay so far on the cameras, so we'll see. It's 45 and sunny down here in Denver. Going up.
Brief update since I'm still driving, but I'm on a straightaway. We made it to Idaho Springs. Truck's running great. Up and down Floyd Hill with no issues. Made it to Georgetown. Aaron's recording for me.
Oh yeah, my arm hurts.
Georgetown is this is where they do a lot of diesel pulling tests and stuff. They'll start here and they'll go all the way up to the Eisenhower Tunnel, which is kind of at the top there of Summit County. And so far the truck's running great. I'm cruising at about 60 miles an hour, using the cruise control on the flats, otherwise not. You can see there's the frozen lake right there at Georgetown. The gauges, everything's looking great so far. Coolant temps at 197. The transmission temps only gone up maybe 4 degrees, so we're 170 to 172 right now. Everything's looking great. Truck's just running like a champ, not really even having to drop it down into the big gears or anything. And that exhaust brake, coupled with the towing gearing, I barely even have to brake going down some of these 6% grades. So there we go. 28 minutes to Frisco and another 50 to Vail. We'll see how it goes.
My gosh, I think we're timing this just right. They just took down the alert, and all of the road conditions say some wet areas, but no ice. Any later, and it might have frozen over because it's only 32 up here.
All right, we made it. Made it all the way up. There's Eisenhower Tunnel, surrounded by Loveland ski area.
Look, there's people skiing.
There's people skiing all over the place.
You see little people skiing? Yeah. Awesome.
It's beautiful Bluebird Day as we head into the tunnel. I'm so happy. The truck and the roads and everything has been so good. Everything has worked out great for us. Another update here. So we are down in Dillon right now, which is one of the towns in the Summit County. Think like Frisco, Breckenridge, that area. I utilized the exhaust brake and the gearing quite a bit. Hit the brakes a couple of times. You know, the semis are required to go 35 going down that 7% grade for 7 miles. So they're required to go pretty slow. So I was kind of going around them. Usually kept it about 50, 55 and felt great. I noticed no smell. Kristen behind us says she doesn't smell anything. So yeah, I think we're good. We're stopping at Wendy's. Here. I'm parked in this gas station, kind of funny because there's not too many places to get out. And we're gonna get some lunch and then head towards Vail.
Making a quick stop in Silverthorne right now so that we can eat lunch, and then heading up the Vail Pass. So fingers crossed that it's really okay. The roads seem to be doing pretty okay now. The vehicles are doing great. Oh, you're such a snow dog. I love it. Snow dog over here is reluctant to get back in the vehicle. Okay, you ready to get in? You ready to go? Let's go. Get off there. Good dog. Good dog, but you gotta tuck your tail. I don't want to squish your tail. Absolutely spectacular. Totally blue skies. The roads are not terrible in town even. And it's back on the road. We just went through Frisco, which, if you didn't know, is where John and I got engaged almost 20 years ago. And this is the area of the highway that was supposed to be traction laws earlier today, and now it is 100% dry. Okay, we are on top of Vail Pass right now, and John got a brake message. He thinks that the trailer brakes just got disconnected. He said it doesn't feel different or anything, so he's checking that out. But after we make it past this, the rest is basically smooth sailing, we hope. Canyon. It is 30 degrees here. It was 23 in Frisco. So we'll come up a little bit.
made it over everything without too much of an issue. I did notice at one point in time that my TPMS light came on, that little tire pressure sensor, which was weird because nothing was wrong with the tire pressure. Like, it read all the pressures just fine. I'm not sure. It blinked for a while and then just stayed on. We stopped, checked everything. I didn't smell any hot brakes. I didn't smell anything. Nothing felt different. Nothing felt... So I Googled it, and it just said that sometimes it can happen because of a faulty wire. And after getting gas later down in Grand Junction, it never came on again. So if you guys know what that might be on a 2016 Ram, let me know in the comments. We're in the Rabbit Valley Nature... What is this? Hold on. There's a trail sign up here. Here we go. Rabbit Valley Research Natural Area. Not a bad little campsite. We're actually in the parking lot. You can see the highway there with Wendy and the truck and everything. Kristen's van's behind the truck, but yep, not very far off. The campsite that's listed on free campsites is actually up this road and around and up on top of this little tabletop mountain over here, which we would love to get to, and I probably could do it with the truck and trailer, but with Kristen's van just being front wheel drive, we're not gonna. And frankly, I don't want to risk it with the trailer either. One other thing that's kind of neat is, my brother said he's been here before, and my brother is a big mountain bike guru, and he says there are trails all over this area. And Fruita, Colorado is really known for lots of fantastic mountain biking. But that just right where we are, he says he's camped, and up on that bluff, has also... and there's just trails all over, which doesn't surprise me. For everybody that doesn't know about it, you can certainly find this campsite on our boondocking guide as well. We will update it, after we get on the road a little bit, and I'm sure it'll be there by this time that the video airs. So be sure to check it out in our Colorado boondocking guide.
Riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights.
So one of the things that I got for Christmas was a couple of the tiles. If you guys don't know what those are like the little keychain things that work with Bluetooth in your phone to find keys. And I'm kind of notorious for losing things. I have 3 of them now. One for the RV keys, one for my car keys, and one for my wallet, actually. And I couldn't find the RV keys, and so I'm walking around, and I eventually turn on tile. And I'm literally, we walked all around, we couldn't find it, and thought it was inside, and then listened real carefully, and we could hear it faintly outside. So I'm walking around outside, and sure enough, they're buried underneath the snow. I would have never seen them without this thing. So props for the tile. Then not only that, but also my new Google Pixel earbud things were also out there too. So
It must
hooray.
have fallen out of your pocket.
Yeah, I think they fell out of my pocket when I was putting the generator away.
Ugh.
But huzzah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oftentimes, a calculated risk is worth it, and in our case, it certainly was. Lucky for us, it turned out to be a beautiful day, and we were due for a win with no vehicle issues whatsoever. Next up, hello, Utah! Moab and Arches and Canyonlands, we cannot wait to share our adventures with you. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you out there!
Standing on the dizzying heights.